If you're an idiot coach, think about the Houston coach. The Detroit coach, I give him huge kudos yesterday. He knew he was going to get destroyed by the Rams. So he came out and he does fake this, fake that, this, that, and he made it a competitive game. Here's the Houston coach. He's at the 40-yard line. Now, these guys didn't score all day yesterday. They scored a field goal. He's at the 40-yard line, first and 10. Gets a turnover. He runs it up the gut 2 times for a yard and then throws a pass. Why don't you drop backs, throw it to wide receiver, let him run around, throw it somewhere else. Who cares if it gets picked off? Who cares if you lose? You have 0 chance to win. And that's why they're clowns. I'm telling you. This matters because you have to know who your CEO is. You have to know who your team is and what they are. Okay? So now let's take that to the CEO of something. Okay? She came out yesterday and she said, oh, unrealized gains, we're going to tax them. Well, we know this is not going to happen. Okay? But just the concept of her saying that turned her into somebody that I thought was, yeah, she did a good job. I didn't have no problem with her because she's a complete moron. I don't care if your president tells you to do X, Y, and Z. If you disagree, then you don't like him anymore. That's it. Doesn't mean you do anything wrong. You just don't like him. I'm telling you, she should have just walked out and said, he wants me to do this, go get somebody else. Go get somebody else. Because in no world are you going to do this. Let me tell you, it's 0 chance. The thing is, she's a complete fool. Think about this. It's fascinating. Elon has all these games. You can tell Elon he has to go sell 1/3 of his stock to pay for his taxes. Really? Really? Can you even comprehend this? Can't even comprehend this. Okay? But regardless, it doesn't matter if somebody says something completely stupid. You have to evaluate it. You have to think about it. Evaluate it. Take your time and evaluate it. So tonight, before a Facebook report, you need to evaluate. You need to evaluate. Is the market, are they going to guide up? Are they going to say, we fixed this, we figured it out? Even if they say, we figured it out, but it's going to take us 2 quarters to implement, stock going to be up 50. And Google going to be up 150. But if they say, we're still working on the best solution, everything's going to crater again. I don't know the answer. But this is what I know. Here's what Omid knows. Here's what Omid knows. Omid knows when Sam says Adam Jonas has to upgrade on a Thursday, and he hasn't done it yet, he's going to do it. He knows, Sam knows. Look at Tesla's bid ask. What the hell's going on here? 949.99 to 950. This thing takes out 950. It may be 972 today. Omid, are you smiling? Are you smiling? Are you smiling? Omid's smiling. Omid's smiling. What's going on, buddy? You smiling?
Yep.
He's like, I loaded the boat. Omid, did you load the boat? First, people want to know. Did you load the boat? And is Mickey, Minnie Mouse, giving you a date because you loaded the boat? People want to know.
The Adam Jonas call was great. So that's good stuff. I mean, 30% upside to the stock Sam talked about. He's going to come out with it. That's good stuff.
It's just logical. Did you hear him on CNBC, Owen, the other day? I mean,
no, I did not.
People think that Sam, how the hell does Sam do this? I'm going to tell you how Sam does this, Omid. You want to know how Sam does this? How easy it is for a guy to come on TV and they ask him a question. He goes, what do you think about Ford and GM? And he goes, oh, they're in survival mode. They're just trying to survive. And then he says, and Tesla hasn't even printed a single chassis. The whole car is going to be one piece, so they don't have to put it together. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, because if you get hit on the bumper, your whole one piece is in trouble, right? But, who knows? But what I'm saying is, when he says that, and their margin, and he tells you their margins are great, and then the lady asks him, here's what the lady asked him, Omid. She goes, but your target is only 900. And he didn't say anything. So did that not tell you he was going to raise your target, right? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I told you.
After earnings.
I mean, I would have bet, if they would have let me bet $1 million that he would raise his target in the next 7 days, I would have took it even up. That's how confident I was on it. Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
Go ahead.
after earnings, you have to adjust your models, and so it depends on kind of, and he was at 900, so at that point, usually if you're an analyst, when the stock is at your price target, you have to adjust. You can't just leave it there and then keep your rating, right? That's stocks at trading around 900 or 950. You can't say at 900 and be like, it's a great stock to buy. So yeah, right? That doesn't make any sense. But
here's the thing, Omid. So, and I don't know if you can do this math. I have to go back and look. People are telling me around 1,000, it's going to be $1 trillion. So if it goes to 1,200, it's going to be 1.2 trillion. I'm just swagging this stuff, right? 1.2.
Wow. Yeah, I would think so, right? Based on the 1,000 being $1 trillion, no? So yeah.
You would think so. Interesting.
But the Hertz is a big deal. The price hike is expected, because I mean, geez, even GM is like marking up their cars 5,000 GMC marking them up 15. So yeah, it's just that type of a world, right? So but good stuff, good stuff on Tesla, man, unbelievable. But this week, 165 companies reporting earnings. This is the bulk of it, and big tech is going to be, but basically all this week. Facebook today, you have, Alphabet tomorrow, Microsoft, and Apple and Amazon. So everyone's coming out this week, right? So it's going to be full of news, earnings, and maybe opportunities to play, before or after earnings, right? So let's see what happens. But other than that, it's fairly quiet. Looks like White House is getting closer on their spending bill. Is looking more like 1.75 trillion. So that could help market. And what is the Yellen thing you're talking about? Is it the tax thing? There's so much news coming out of that. I missed that, so I don't know what the end product looks like.
The Yellen tax?
Is the Yellen tax you're talking about the uncapitalized?
She was on Meet the Press. She was on Meet the Press, and she says that the government should put tax unrealized capital gains.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying, let's say Omid bought a stock at $10, and say he bought Tesla at 100, and it's sitting at 1,000, and you're not selling Tesla. She's saying you should have to market and pay the tax on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that would ever fly. I mean, White House having problem with the spending bill all year, let alone unrealized capital gains. I think you'll have a lot of ranks breaking on that one. I mean, that's insane. You can't run finance like that, right? I mean, what if the stock drops? What if the value of your asset drops and you pay taxes
Well,
a
then
number that
let
is now half.
they'll let you go back and get $20 back so you can eat. I mean, this is so cooking. All I know is Tesla's up 40.
Exactly.
It's up 40.
So,
but there's other things, Omen, that are amazingly great. So Sam says, what number did Sam say on Tesla is going to be ridiculously hard on Friday?
Was 900 or 909 or
909. Where'd it close? 909.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys truly comprehend the numbers that I give you? They're unreal. Okay, so now watch. Today you got to watch because tomorrow you can have a tech wreck like you had Friday, or you can have a tech recovery where Amazon's up 150 and Google's up 200 and Facebook is up 50 if they say they have a solution. I don't know.
They would have to talk about that this time around.
Yeah, but they're going to talk about it. They're absolutely going to talk about it, Omen. I just don't know if they have a solution. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you say it's going to take us another 2-3 quarters to implement the solution, the stock is going to crater, and everything is going to crater, because they don't believe when you say, "Oh, you have to say we have a solution and we're going to implement it in 3 months, right? If you tell me you're going to implement it in a year,
if we're gonna pontificate on that a little bit, based on Facebook's moves, was it their CTO that left the firm and was replaced, and the CFO made a comment that
Apple told you 2 years ago that they were debating getting rid of cookies and making privacy. So if they told you that,
they gave you ample of time.
Don't you get all the smart people in one room? And here's what you say. See, this is what Sam says, because Sam's ridiculously cocky. I stand up and say, okay, which one of you want to be just a god in this company? Get me a solution. You have 30 days. And you put 20, 30 of your smartest people in there. And they all start working on the solution. You don't have to do it. You're just leading it, the CTO. But he didn't do that. And he never had a solution. Come up with a solution. The one thing about the United States, and maybe other countries too, I'm biased to the United States technology industry. I believe we are ridiculously smart people. And if we put our heads to it, we can find the solution. And he didn't do that, so he should leave, right? He should leave. So
yeah. So we'll see. But with all this stuff with Apple's move, I wonder if Apple is interesting play on earnings, because there was a Wall Street Journal article last week I highlighted that said that since Apple has gone into advertising and the ad business, that revenue for them has tripled. So I don't know what the time frame is on that, but so they're getting.
Okay, what other stock people are talking about? Omen, what's the other stock they're talking about? It starts with Donald. It starts with the Donald. DWAC. Now we did something on here Friday. DWAC.
Yeah, I missed that.
And people are sending me messages and saying, "Sam, I just don't know how the hell you do this shit. I just don't know." So we said, based on the market cap, we said, "Oh, it can go to 10 billion." And then Omid said where it was, and I said, "Yeah, it could probably go to 180." First we were at 400 because we didn't know the market cap. Then we said, "Oh yeah, it can go to 180." It went to 175. Think about that. A stock that's at $50, $60, Sam's telling you it can go to 180. It goes to 175. Who can even get that close? Jesus. Unbelievable. Okay, anything else, buddy? We'll get started. Wow, I went along today. People are so happy. I like it when people are happy. Makes me happy.
I think let's start off the week earnings season, and good start to the week with Tesla. So, where do you think this could run to if it gets past 950? 950 looks like it keeps getting reloaded here.
953, 972, 991. Okay. 991. Trilly. Omid, are you buying heels for Mrs. Omid? Mrs. Omid, you buying her red heels? That's what you do when it gets some maily.
I was looking at the Model X, and with the 5K thing these days, it's like if you wait a week, you're gonna the prices move like the market. No, crazy.
There is a demand, and when you get days like this, do you really comprehend, Omid, how much Tesla is up today? It's 4%. It's in the wake of a split, right?
Yeah.
So it's really up 5x this, right? Wow. Okay. Good morning, everybody. 9:25. Stocks go up, stocks go down. We're going to destroy Tesla. The week is free. The month is free. Manage your account. SPX up 5 or 6. Our SPX 4570s are down a little bit. So today, here's what I'm going to tell you. Excuse me. The market is not about today. The market is about tonight. If Facebook has a solution that they can implement within a quarter, the NASDAQ is going to go up 300 points tomorrow. Okay? So if that's true, it's going to take off. Okay? Then we see. If it's not true, then you could head lower again. You could head lower. That's the SPX. Okay? So watch it. It's an interesting shot on Wednesday to go both sides. Up and down, and see if we really rip. If we rip, we're going to go to 4,600. Okay? Then we see. Okay? But this is all based on Facebook and the action. Do they crush the market or do they take it back up? ASML. It actually came back. Isn't that interesting? You got 811, 832. Lam Research needs 581. Wait. Coin. So people don't understand this, but as soon as she said, we're going to tax unrealized gains, everybody's going to say, we're going to go buy Bitcoin and other coins. You're not going to know what the hell unrealized gains we have. Doesn't mean that you should do that or not. I'm just telling you why it moved. Coin, huge, 316. If coin trades at 332, it can trade at 400. Wait a second. Sam, can you say that again? You're insane. Can you say that again? Wow. If coin trades at 332, it can get to 400. It will squeeze like you can't believe. Goldman Sachs, runner, 416, 421. Afram, all about 162. 162. Snowman, 342, 349. MicroStrategy, 777. CMG, avoid for 4 to 6 weeks. Needs 911. Amazon, earnings. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Amazon, crazy premiums. 50 points, 100 points out of the money are 30, 40 bucks. Amazon has a lot of problems. I keep telling you that. Know that. Shopalicious. This hit 1,500 and dropped 100. Are they impacted by what the Snap CEO said? People are advertising less because they don't have the products or the capability to deliver. Does that mean shop people that are running websites and stuff can't deliver, so they're advertising less? And because they don't have the product, they're making less money. That takes shop's percentage down. UPST, watch this one. It had a week of rest. It had a week of rest. We need to add a week to our 11.5s because earnings are after that. We will do that at some point. If this takes out 372, it can go right back to 400. BKNG working lower. Down 150. Expedia earnings are coming. If Expedia says good stuff, this can move 100. NOW, we got out of these. If it can go lower, we're going to buy them back. I actually have the 750s on my screen. Wow. Netflix, 672. BTNX, 301. Moderna, 352. It cannot get through 340. So just wait. Maybe it takes a week. Maybe it takes a month. When it gets through, we'll get in. Roku, I told you the answer to Roku. This has 100 points up if it's not impacted by iOS. I don't know. I'm very clear when I say stuff. I didn't say it's going up 100 points. I said it can go up 100 points if it's not impacted by iOS. Stalking it. Google can move up to 100 to 200 points this week based on Facebook's answer, and then they have their own earnings. Then we see, and then we see. But the Facebook earnings will tell you, because they're going to tell you if they have an answer. Tesla, 953 accelerator. Are you smiling? Are you smiling? Nobody has questions. Here's the questions they have. Tesla. Hold on here. What else? We got a few. There's a few questions on here. Hold on a second. Hertz confirms deal to hire Tom Brady to showcase Tesla ads. What? Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me. Facebook papers were just dropped. Could be a catalyst. The Facebook papers were just dropped. Don't understand that. Snowflake distributed data clean rooms. This is the solution for Facebook. And what will help the advertiser not need cookies, but still micro-target. I don't understand that. Leo, if you have a mic, you want to explain that to us, then you can explain that to us. I don't understand it. Look, if I don't understand something, I'm going to tell you I don't understand something. So I don't understand what you talked about, the clean rooms and all that stuff. We could do it in chat, or I unmuted you. If you want to tell us, go ahead.
Sure. Hey, Sam. So, yeah, because Snowflake has ability to do cross-data querying across like Google, Amazon, and AWS. And it lets the custodian, the person who's holding data in Snowflake, to kind of micro-target. So the example is Disney and Nike are both on Snowflake. Nike has advertisers, and they want to say, I want to see someone who runs 5 miles and has this kind of score. They can query, they can expose their customers in a secure view and query Nike's customers and get back the exact, 100 or 20,000 customers that fit that category.
Okay, so I understand that, but that's data. So like if I'm looking to buy, I don't know, a trampoline, and if I go type that in, they can't put a cookie on my thing, and if I didn't buy it and send me stuff. But if I had queried it somewhere else, they just know that I queried it, and they're borrowing that data. Is that what you're saying?
It's more of like when the big Nike and Disney and NBC, they want to find the exact customers from the retailers and other ones. They can query their own customers and get back exactly what they're looking for with that, in a secure way. So they query each other's customer bases securely.
No, and I understand that. I understand what you're saying, but is that like, so what would you consider that? A 20% solution? An 80% solution, 100% solution?
It's 100%. But they have to implement Snowflake. That's the caveat.
But
that would mean that these guys would have to use Snowflake. That's very interesting.
Snowflake is half of Fortune 500 now. They add around 40, 50 customers a quarter, so they'll be at full Fortune by a year. In a year, would guys like Facebook and Google be able to use Snow in that sense, or no? Facebook, yes, but Google won't, because Google has their own competing product, and they don't want to have cross-cloud replication. So they'll be the last one in. It starts out with like the advertisers and the companies who own products.
Right. Interesting.
Okay,
that's
very nice. I mean,
so the link shows it. It is patented. So there is a
patent. What we want to look at is if Facebook tonight says we're going to implement Snowflake and use this solution, Snowflake is up 50, 60. Interesting. Thank you, Leo.
They probably won't say directly who they're using, but they'll say we have a workaround, and that workaround could be Snow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I'll do some research. Thank you, Leo. Outstanding stuff. This is why our room is the best. The technical people we have in here are ridiculously smart. Thank you very much. Appreciate your help. And if anybody ever, for future history, if anybody has anything and good stuff to say about anything or a product or anything you want to discuss and talk to us about it, just raise your hand in here or send me a message on here and say, hey, Sam, I want to talk. We unmute you. We unmute you. Pretty easy.
Sam,
Thank you, Leo. Sam,
is Leo still on the line? I wonder if he has any thoughts on Apple and their advertising and what that means. I don't know if he knows anything about that.
Apple can do it already. They have the tech.
Got it.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Oil just hit 85 for the first time. OIH. I'm telling you, I think OIH is going to go hit 252 in probably another month. Then we see. Okay? What are Facebook papers? Alexi is saying Facebook papers. Raj K, look at everybody. Want to raise their hand now? Okay. Very nice. Ovid, they're like, Ovid gets to talk. I want to talk. Mr. Raj, you are unmuted.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Good morning. This is Raj. Just on a Snowflake, Google also launched at the next conference something called Google BigQuery Omni, which allows you to query data from any cloud, like GCP, Azure, AWS, so all of this, whatever this previous gentleman was talking about. Google Cloud BigQuery Omni does the same thing, exact same thing, without moving data anywhere. So just FYI.
So wait a second.
It just doesn't work, and it's not in production. It doesn't work. Nobody's using it. It's not in production.
They just launched. Yeah.
Okay, but let me hold on, guys. It's okay. This is the information. This is information. Great information. So real quickly, if Google's solution lets you go to any cloud, because when somebody gives me information, I immediately look at stock reaction. If Google's solution works, and nobody's saying it works or doesn't work, if it works, that takes Snowflake down. In theory, because
Google is 2% of the cloud providers. 2%. Amazon is 40. Microsoft is 30. So they're very insignificant. Alibaba is bigger than Google Cloud.
Again, you have to see which layer we are talking about. So compute, yes, Amazon dominates because they invented.
No, I mean GCP as a whole has 2% of the companies. The 2% companies use GCP. and then 40% use Amazon AWS, and 30% use. So the Google is fourth behind Alibaba when it comes to public cloud. So they're like very niche, small players.
Guys, great stuff. Let's continue tomorrow morning, okay? Anybody else that wants to talk, we can get 4 or 5 people on here at one time, and we can talk. And man, all you got to do is figure something out, and we got a grand slam. Today, it's all about Tesla, and are you smiling? Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Raj. Thanks.
Good stuff, guys.
Leo, appreciate it. Thank you, Omid. See you guys in chat. Thanks.